What's up, y'all? It's your boy SoulRaion in the building. Welcome to this little... Skip the introductions, bro. Nah. Skip the introductions, because y'all got me tight.
What did he say? Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Y'all got me tight right now. I've been seeing so many bad reviews for IronHeart. Now, what's cheesing me is y'all don't seem to understand what IronHeart actually is and what it's supposed to be. It starts off with IronHeart in her little school. She gets expelled. Now let's not forget, not just Tony Stark, but Robert Downey Jr. has a past too. All right, the GOAT has a past. In real life, we all know the story in real life. If you don't, Google that. If you don't feel like Googling that, let me just tell you right now. Tony Stark, not Tony Stark, my fault. Robert Downey Jr. was addicted to drugs. He was on the street. He got lucky with the role of Tony Stark, alright? He got mad lucky. Now, pan over to Tony Stark. He was selling weapons to the Middle East. His whole company was a weapons manufacturing company. This guy was essentially a war dog. Basically, he was selling weapons for war. Now, after he got bombed himself, he learned a lesson. Tony Stark was not a good person in the beginning, and I think a lot of y'all forget that. Now, is it crazy for Riri Williams to say that Tony Stark wouldn't be the same without the money?
He contributed immensely to the field, so I won't roast Tony Stark off rip. But I don't have $1 billion.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Yes, but Tony Stark was stupid too. He's a genius, but he's a stupid genius. You get what I'm saying? I just feel like the hate isn't deserved. It's undeserved hate, bro. It's so unjustified, and I feel like a good chunk of it is racism. Don't even play me on that. A good chunk of it is racism. I don't want to hear nothing about that. A good chunk of it is kind of racism, low key, and the other chunk is people not ready to move on. Tony's gone right now, and the next Tony Stark we gonna see is gonna be a Doctor Doom variant, or maybe the Tony that we knew was a Doctor Doom variant. We don't know. But it's like, okay, the story of IronHeart starts off with her getting expelled. She has some issues with her mom. She has a friend that died. She ends up turning the friend into an AI unconsciously, and the AI helps her throughout. She ends up getting involved with criminal activity. Sound familiar? Spoiler alert ahead. I'm gonna pull a spoiler tag on this, but spoiler alert. It essentially ends with IronHeart signing a deal with Mephisto to bring her friend back. Now, don't judge her.
She is very gorgeous to me.
Cause any of y'all would have pulled that same off too. Y'all would have pulled that same shit off too. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear no two-way. She's supposed to be a hero. Blase blah. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. This is her origin story. She's going to make mistakes. She's not the perfect hero yet, y'all. She's not the perfect hero yet. She's going to learn lessons. She's going to understand what happens when you deal with magic. What the life of a person is going to cost. She's learning right now. Why do you think she's gonna be so perfect off the jump? We're expecting perfect heroes like Doctor Strange and Thor and Iron Man himself and War Machine and Spider-Man. No. How many things did Spider-Man even fuck up?
Randy Orton slithering. Watch out! Watch out!
I digress. The hate is so unjustified because what this series is doing, it's giving IronHeart a good it's showing y'all her character flaws. This show is supposed to introduce you to the character of IronHeart and show you guys that she's human. Now, Once she learns from these mistakes and learns how grave this mistake was, then she'll end up fixing up. Then she'll end up becoming the hero we need her to be. I thought she was going to save the world from an Avengers level threat in the first 6 episodes. Come on. Come on, bro. Hate's unjustified, bro. Nah, I'm cheese, bro. I'm cheese, bro. I'm cheesed. I'm cheesed. I wish I recorded my live reaction. I wish I did. I really wish. She's not the perfect hero. These are the young Avengers, bro. They're the young Avengers. Let's move on with Marvel, bro. Let's move on. How can you beat the Avengers? Do you know how iconic that is? Do you know the build-up for that? You can't just go back to all of that momentum. That was momentum built. Some people, when certain movies came out way back in like phase 1, like when Avengers and everything were just coming out, people were saying Captain America is trash, Winter Soldier was trash, Civil War was the only good movie, but it's an Avengers movie. They were saying Iron Man 3 is terrible. People are probably still saying that. Thor: The Dark World, I don't think anybody's opinion changed on that one, but you get what I'm saying. Oh, Riri Williams is trying to be Tony Stark. Oh, Riri Williams, she's not the next Iron Man. She's just like War Machine. She is not the next Iron Man. She has iron in the name, but she's not the next Iron Man. War Machine cannot replace Iron Man. IronHeart cannot replace Iron Man. But War Machine can be War Machine and IronHeart can be IronHeart. And when Armor Wars comes through, then we really gonna see who's the toughest. And I'm just saying, I got my dog. Not gonna lie. Give me a second here. Give me a fucking second here, bro. Ah! Shit. Dang.
Parker, you got anything for me?
Yeah. I got plans for you.
You see that? Instant consequences. Instant consequences. He knows what she did. He knows exactly what she did. Just like Tony Stark had to pay for all of his and every appearance. His first mistake, selling missiles. What happened? He got blown the fuck up. Second mistake, what was it, Iron Man 2? I can't even remember what he did to that Russian dude, but he probably messed with his business or something, killed his dad, I don't know. Second consequences, Iron Man 3. He dissed some dude that he knew he was his party. He said he was gonna look at his idea. He made him go on the roof. He didn't show up. A couple years later, he blows up his mansion. Consequences. Well, what's next? What's next? Ultron. Consequences. And this is Riri's first actual fuck up. Let me show you some actual, like, cool shit about this show.
Okay, Mom, please don't be mad. Why would I be
Mad.
Holy shit!
Well, it's unstable.
Yeah, this thing isn't from our realm. Oh, making the unknown known is the greatest magic. Therefore, learning and teaching the truest spell.
Is that supposed to mean something to me? Girl, it's a saying she got from the Comitage.
What's Comitage? Hold up. Madeline, you're an actual sorcerer or whatever?
No, she's a dropout.
Excuse you. Besides, bringing you back to Chicago forced you to make a whole new magic of your own. And it's amazing.
Boom. Now, let me explain. While I showed y'all that. IronHeart not only reintroduced magic to the audience, we knew it existed. Now we got black magic. Now we got black people magic. Now we got black girl magic. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are sleeping on this show, bro. Y'all are sleeping on it so heavy, man. Stop sleeping on IronHeart. I'm definitely putting spoilers in the description, bro. And I'm gonna have to cut a lot of this out. Bro. I feel like the problem low-key lies with Marvel a little bit. Because, like, at the end of the day, they're delivering this, and it shouldn't take some random dude to explain this to a entire fan base. A lot of people ain't even gonna give a fuck about my opinion, bro, but it's like, bro, IronHeart is so different, bro. Like, you need to tap in, okay? Because it's like, we get introduced to Riri Williams, we get introduced to Mephisto. That's something. This show is not only a display of a normal superhero dealing with normal shit and making human mistakes, because she's not a superhuman, she's not a god, she's just like Tony Stark, she's just like War Machine, she's just like Shuri, she's just like Black Widow, she's just like Hawkeye. She's human, she's just a little smart. This show finally introduces Mephisto, who we thought was gonna pull up in the first ever Marvel TV show. Y'all remember WandaVision? Everybody thought he was gonna pull up there. But now that he pulls up here, and I've seen people nag about the fact that he's in human form and they don't mess with the actor. Why does it matter? He's trying to appear. If a red demon pulled up in front of you and told you to come into a shop, I got something to show you. Are you following that red demon that looks a little bit like Satan? If your answer is yes, you're the problem. He came in his human form. Obviously, this is not the only time we're gonna see Mephisto. He tried to appear the most human because he was trying to get into his head. The art of negotiation, bro. You gotta appear similar to the person that you're negotiating with. You gotta appeal to them. If he came as a flaming demon from hell, what do you think would happen? Would you say yes? I wouldn't. You're the problem. I don't know if I've gotten all this out yet. Like, there's so much. I'm not even gonna play the finale. I'm not even gonna play any clips of the finale. Y'all can go watch that by yourselves, bro. Y'all can go watch that by yourselves, bro. That's probably not a clip to get you in on it, but like it answers, like, bringing Mephisto in this way actually gave him a bit of purpose outside of Wanda and outside of Agatha, outside of those two witches. It gave him other purpose. It gave him something to do with the Avengers now instead of just mutants or something. You get what I'm saying? We can get supernatural and everything, blah blah blah, but like, let's say Riri made the deal with Mephisto or whatever, and something's eating at her. Now she has to go to Doctor Strange after he deals with his third movie and his third eye and all that nonsense. She's probably gonna have to find Wong or something and be like, yo, I messed up, I made a deal with Mephisto, help me. And then that can be a movie on its own. I don't know. Wong and Riri Williams on an adventure, bro. I don't know. But all in all, I genuinely think the hate on IronHeart is just undeserved. Purely undeserved. Like, there's no need. Let her rock. Let it be what it is, bro. Please. I want season 2. I either want season 2 or an appearance in a movie. One of the two. I'm not taking anything less. One of the two. Because it's like, what if she's on the Young Avengers? I think her, Wanda's kids, and goddamn, who else? X-23, I'll even toss her in there. Young Avengers can be cool. Alright, Young Avengers can be cool. It doesn't seem cool now, but the comic, right? And then what if they introduce Miles some way? I don't know. I thought it was a good show. My honest cutthroat rating of it dismissing, even if it dismisses everything I've said, 7.3 out of 10. 7.3 out of 10. Just barely better than a 7. And it's because I see the potential in what this could lead to. I'm not looking at the series for itself. I'm looking at one brick and imagining a house. You get me? I like to think about the future. I like to see ahead. Cause if it's just this one off and we never see Mephisto again, or Riri again until like Avengers Doomsday, that'll be a problem. That'll be a problem. If this leads nowhere, like so many things in Marvel have led recently, that'll be a problem for me. All right, bro. I think I've said everything I can in defense of IronHeart. If y'all got Disney Plus, go watch that motherfucker, bro. If y'all got a need to watch IronHeart, go watch that motherfucker, bro. I beg you, bro. I don't want this to be the end of Riri Williams, bro. But with that being said, my mama raised a beautiful soul, and yours did too. Make sure you do 30 push-ups, 20 squats, and 42 sit-ups. Also drink water, but that goes without saying. But no matter what, always stay true to you. I'm off this.